Hello, everyone. Hello. One second here. Welcome to another edition of The Sixth Sense. And what I'm doing with this channel, sorry for the smacking. What I'm doing with this channel is I'm going to bring the videos to you when the when the thoughts come to me. And when I say the thoughts, when I think of times of going to I think about the moments of being in a narcissistic fog. Okay. And as I think about it today, where I'm at today, I laugh about it. It's funny because I'm not that person anymore. Okay, so it's funny. It's hard to believe when you go through something like that, or maybe you're in the middle of it and you're coming out of it, and you hear somebody say, "One day you'll laugh at such a horrible time in your life." Well, it's true. You'll laugh at it, right? And so I thought about one of these times came to mind today. All right, and so when I met her, the narcissist. One second. When I met the narcissist, she had a friend, and this friend they always talked on the phone. Okay, and you got to be aware. You got to be aware of this. This friend, uh, she was always saying, "Oh, he's disgusting. He's disgusting. I would never date him. He just wants me." But you talk to him every day, and I used to think to myself, and this is the thoughts I had when I was in a narcissistic fog, but it's totally different today, right? I used to go, if he, why talk to him if he's so disgusting and you don't like him or anything? Why are you? What do you guys have to talk about? I'm thinking to myself, how do you have time for another person in our relationship, and I have no time for? These are all red flags, and I would have just left her ass if I would have just if that would have happened today. I I laugh at myself. I remember, check this out. This is how bad I was. This is how deep I was in the narcissistic fog. One time I was getting tired of it because they were spending a lot of time on the phone, not to like each other or not to like one another or something like that, right? He's just a friend. I was just talking to him about his kids, and I'm thinking, why do you have all this time? Anyway, I one day I decided to put up a boundary, which I never did. So she knew any boundary I put up, it would never stand because I was totally out of my element. I was away from home, across the country, no family, friends. I lived in her place with only her name on it. Everything was in e- everything was in her court. I couldn't do anything, right? And we had a business together. All our money was together. I couldn't make money unless she was with me. I couldn't make money. I couldn't make money by myself. We had to do it together. It was horrible. It's horrible. One day I decided to go ahead and put my foot down. I'm like, hey, you're gonna have to stop talking to him because I don't like that. I don't like no my woman spending time when something that's logical. Listen, something that's completely logical. All right. And you know what she told me to my face? No. She said, I'm not gonna stop talking to him. I was like, what? She just said it to me. I was like shocked. I was shocked. I was like, wait a minute, your man, this is what I'm thinking in my brain. Your man, who you say you love, is asking you to stop talking to this other man because it's hurting our relationship and it's hurting me. And she told me no. You know what I did? I stayed. That's how deep I was. I stayed after, and you know what she did? Continued on talking to him all the way to the end of the relationship, all the way. Now I'm telling this story because I'm positive. The narcissists, they do the craziest stuff. The most illogical things they do, they just do it, right? So they have a pattern, okay? And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because they have a pattern. They all do the same kind of things. Of course, there's going to be a different variant. Uh, 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 it depends on how they were raised, how they were, just all those circumstances. But the core base of a narcissist is the same. Okay. Their perspective, they believe their perspective is the only perspective. They believe their perspective is the world. They don't understand that each and every person in this world has their own perspective. They don't know that. Okay. So when I put my foot down and she said no, I can't really describe what was going on through my body and my mind. And I was like, I can't believe she told me no. And even one time, we was arguing and I said, give me your phone. I want to see it. She told me no. She told me no. And these are things that today is obvious. I would have just left her. Okay. It was, but to let me tell you something, to make it even worse, this is how bad I was. And this is to help you, help the people understand that once you, now that I've left that version of me, that is a cocoon of me. So I don't mind talking about the things that I did because it's not me. And that kind of stuff will never happen again in my life, ever. That's a cocoon version of me. Today, I would just say, "Oh, you're not?" But anyway, to make things worse, when I asked for her phone, right there, she said, "No." And I was like, in my mind, I was like, "There is no way she's not gonna let me see this phone." She told me no, and she did not let me see it. So I said, "You know what? This was exactly what I said. This is how bad it was. This is horrible. It's funny right now, right?" I was so mad. I said, "Hey, you know what? By you not giving me your phone, you gave me the answer that I'm looking for." So I go downstairs, right? And I'm doing something. I probably want throwing another one of my fits or talking to somebody on the phone. She comes down. I kid you not. Listen closely. She comes down 15 minutes later and says, "Here, you can look at my phone. Go ahead." I swear to you, I thought I was living in the Twilight Zone. I said, "Are you serious?" She said, "Yeah, I'm serious. Here, you can look at my phone." I said, "No." I said, "Are you serious about giving me your phone after you cleared out the information that you didn't want me to see? Are you serious about that?" "Oh, no, I didn't do that. That's not what I did." I said, "I can't believe well, I didn't know I didn't know I was in narcissistic fog. When I was saying this stuff to myself, because when she did that, I was like, I cannot believe so does she really expect me to say, let me see your phone, and then I look at it and I find nothing, and I'm saying, oh wow, I didn't find anything, and she's supposed to turn around and say, see, I wasn't doing. I'm like, does she really believe that? I said, I don't want your phone. Why? She said, why? I said, because you deleted all the stuff out of it. No, I didn't. What makes you believe? Narcissists, listen, they have a mental, let me, no, the one I was with, she has a mental problem. And it was well before me. I thought she was only seeing one guy behind my back. You hear me? I thought it was only one. Now, when you're in the narcissistic fog, you are so focused on the person that's supposed to love you and they're cheating on you. And when they're cheating on you, in your mind, you're thinking, okay, it must just be one person. She had several people. I'm like, where do they get this kind of time? I just don't understand it. But now that I'm out, let me, and I really want people to understand this, okay? Because only the people that make it through this narcissistic, horrific event, now I clearly see the narcissist perspective is a perspective that they don't know it's a perspective. In their perspective, they believe everybody cheats. All marriages fail. Nobody's faithful. Everybody's financially irresponsible. You can't trust anybody. That's their perspective of the world. Now, now that it's not a perspective of my world, it's easy to see the people that it is their perspective of the world. Do you guys understand? I could just listen to the way a person talks, just the way they talk about money and their relationship and their life and their job. All you got to do is listen. I want the people that come to this channel, and understand something, okay? I don't have anything negative in my life at all. No problems at all, nothing. No debt, no bills, no problems, no people, no negativity at all. I'm in a place that people do not know exist. Now that I'm here, it's easy to see the people that are not here. Hey, I could just walk up to a person and say, "Hey, how you doing?" "Oh man, I'm just stressed." They all every People that are stressed always start out saying that. They don't know that there are people that are not stressed ever, like me. They don't know that. I don't have stress at all. I don't allow it. People that are in stress, they don't know that you guys can control that stress. Did you know that? You don't Most people don't know that because you probably had it all your life. This is why it's so easy to see a narcissist. Listen closely for those of you that are in a narcissistic fog, okay? Just listen. In order for the narcissist to cheat, this is a physical action. In order for them to physically to cheat with a person, they have to physically meet them. So somewhere throughout the day, there must be a block of time that you cannot get a hold of them. There has to be. Locate that block of time. That's all you got to do is locate that block of time. Like, for example, with the ex I had, her block of time is when she went to go exchange her son with her baby's daddy. That was her block of time. She would always disappear. At the time, I didn't really understand it, but now that I think about it, oh, I'm on the phone with my grandmother. Oh, the reception's bad. There was traffic. It was always a block of time that I couldn't get. Find that block of time. You'll get closer to your answer. If you want to see the answer, you have two ways to escape. You can trust yourself and believe the side of you that's trying to help you free you from the narcissistic fog. Believe the things that you're seeing, the phone calls, hiding the phone, all the things that the people that don't live like that. Like, here, let me give you an example, okay? I don't When I'm with this example of when I'm with somebody, okay? I don't hide my phone because I'm not doing anything. I when you're not doing anything, there's an energy. Women don't really they I know women don't really believe this, but it's true. There's a certain energy that comes off of a man when you're not doing something, okay? Now, when a woman's with me, that's the energy I give because I'm actually not doing anything. So that's the energy she receives from me of nothing, of doing nothing. This is why when people go out and they cheat, say like somebody goes out of town and then they cheat and then they come home. Now, there's no way that their partner can know because maybe they went to another country and had sex with a person or whatever, right? And then they come all the way back home. Now, your partner, there's no way unless your partner goes to that country, talks to whoever, and finds out, right? But for some reason, your partner picks up, it's like, hey, you're acting different, or so. But people don't really trust that energy that tells them that. But like it just comes out of nowhere. Hey, why are you acting funny? You doing something different because when the person leaves, you got to remember when the person leaves that didn't do anything, there was a certain energy between you two. Okay. Once they leave, this is nothing they can do to change because they've already made the choice. Once they leave and cheat, the energy's there. It's in their brain, right? They might not try to show it on the outside of their body of like covering their tracks and making sure they're not keeping receipts and no emails or phone numbers, but they can't stop the energy that's going to be emitting from them because they're going to be so worried about not getting caught of what they did. They're going to be emitting some energy that the woman's going to pick up on. But she's not going to know why she's picking up this energy because she's going to be like, well, I don't got no proof, because she's not going to trust her instincts because she has no proof. That's what everybody, they don't trust their abilities of picking up on things that were there and that weren't there and now they're there. I totally get it. But that's what happens when you're not in that perspective of the world like me. I'm not there. I don't give that kind of energy to a woman. It's so crazy. It's like Now that I understand how it works, I was doing it all wrong, listening to society on, hey, this is how you get women and this and that. And you say this and do that. No, all I had to do was be myself and tell each and every woman that came into my life the truth. They come up to me, hey, Linnell, you're cute. How are you? Blah, blah, blah. And then you say, all I had to do is say, hey, what are you looking for? Hey, I'm looking to get married and this and that. Okay, great, because I'm not. I'm looking to still have sex with multiple women and this and that. All I had to do was be honest with each and every single woman that I was with. I didn't have to do any lying. I didn't have to do any cheating. You just say, hey, I'm doing this. Are you down with it? Yes. Okay. Then nobody is hurt. Nobody's nothing. Today, that's the first question. There's a lot of narcissists out there, people. So this is how you quickly identify a narcissist if you're out there dating. I know it seems like it's common and everybody should know. If you're dating, that must mean you're single. I know that seems common, but it's not. There are liars. Narcissists are liars, and I had one that was a pathological liar. All you have to do is say, "Hey, are you seriously dating anybody or seriously is seeing somebody or does somebody think you're you guys are still together, blah blah." You got to ask these type of questions in the beginning, and this is what I would say. Okay, I would ask this question of a woman. Hey, let me just use myself as an example. Okay, I'm at the dinner table getting to know the woman. I'm like, hey, I mean, not exactly. I'm not going to say exactly like this, but I'll say it in a different way. Are you seriously seeing anybody or nothing that's not over yet? You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm asking, because if any of that happens, our relationship is over instantly. That's what I would say to the woman. I would have to make sure that is clear. Make sure, like, I would be like, hey, even if we have sex, and then I find out after we have sex that you still are really seeing somebody, or you didn't really tell that guy before me that you guys were over and you're just mad at him. I'm just telling you it's over, and I'm not going to explain anything. I'm just going to disappear. I'm just going to say that, because that's how people get hurt. That's how legal problems happen, because people don't share information. You have to be like that. That's what you have to be. And that's how you quickly identify a narcissist, because what are they going to do? They're going to lie instantly. They're going to lie. My relationship with the narcissist, it was a lie from the very beginning. That is something that you're going to have to accept once you escape the narcissist. Once you escape, like, here, I got to use myself as an example. Now, when I look at any pictures of us or videos or something, I don't really look at it like, oh my God, wow, look at us. I just know it was all a lie. It really doesn't mean anything because it was a lie. Now that takes time. You must first heal first. And then once you feel like you're healed enough to go back and look at the pictures or look at videos, then you go look at it like a regular person, like me. I just go and look at it and say, wow, wow. When I look at her now, I'm just like, what a horrible person. She is a very, very horrible person. Uh, would you say, LJ, did her phone ever ring when you were around, or was it on vibration or something? Her phone was always her phone was always on silent, QJC. Because this would and hey, listen, oh, I'm glad you brought that up, QJC. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's a dead giveaway. If you're probably dating a narcissist, okay? This is a dead giveaway. If you are you with somebody that constantly cannot find their phone, and then when you say, hey, just call it, they say, oh, the ringer's not on. You're probably with a narcissist, because that's what happened with me. She would always, every now and then, she would lose her phone, and I would just say, hey, call it, and we'll just find it where it's like, oh, the ringer's off. I'd be like, why do you always have your ringer off? That doesn't make any sense. At least put it on vibrate. Like me, I don't really like the loud ring of my phone, so I keep it on vibrate. So when it does ring, you still will hear it vibrate somewhere, right? She always had it on silent, and she always had a reason of why she had it on silent. That's a dead giveaway. Okay, dead giveaway. Hey, I can't find my phone. Call it. Oh, it's on silent. Why do you have it on silent every single time we looking for your phone? Regulate when you're outside. Listen, when you're outside the perspective of the narcissist, phones phones are not hidden. Phones are either on ringer or on vibrate because that's the purpose of the phone. Okay, unless you have it off because you just want some simple silence. Don't get me wrong. There's some reasons to turn it on silent. Like when I'm meditating every morning, my phone's either off or it's on silent because I don't want to be disturbed. That makes total sense. Hey, I tried to call you and you didn't answer. What happened? I was meditating. That's a logical answer. See what I'm saying? Those are logical answers. Like when a narcissist says, "Hey, this person's a friend," this is all you got to do. I'm giving you guys the game. Okay, this is all you got to do because this is my narcissist. Every guy friend that she would tell me about, I would ask her about their relationship. How do you guys know each other? Never ever did she give me a clear answer to how their relationship was how. That's a red flag, people, because these are not difficult answers for regular people. Hey, how do you know that? How do you know Bob? Oh, me and Bob and I worked at this store and we did this and that and this and that. Clear answers. Hey, how do you know that dude? Oh, he just my friend that over there. I was like, oh, and then if I ask about it, now it's a problem. They always listen. If you try to every time I tried to investigate a little deeper, they always do this. Okay. Remember, these are narcissistic red flags. If you want to investigate a little deeper because the answer doesn't make sense, which is normal, okay, that's normal to say, hey, wait a minute, that didn't make sense. They're going to get upset. Oh, why are you getting all up? You don't believe me? Oh, you're trying to throw it off. Got it. Okay. This is how you got to start to think because they don't listen. Narcissists don't know they do that. When you're just looking for a regular answer and they have a problem with with giving a regular answer, that's a red flag that they're probably a narcissist. Hey, why is your phone always face down every time we go? That's they're narcissists. That's why. Because they want you to ask about it. And then when you ask about it, like a normal partner can, oh, now you're tripping and looking at my stuff. And no, no, narcissist, you're not gonna flip it. That's how you gotta be direct with narcissists, okay? You gotta when they start doing that stuff, you don't go off into narcissist land trying to figure out why they're tripping on a simple question. You don't follow it. You just stop right there and say, hey, I don't care what you're talking about, narcissist, but that's a normal question. And I don't care what you say. Okay. You either going to answer the question or we're never going to talk again. Answer the question. That's how you got to be with narcissists. It counts on the situation too. Are you in a relationship? Is this a friend? Is this a family member? There's different ways you have to talk to narcissists. And some of you guys have narcissistic parents. You can't, and since they raised you, you're too nervous to stand up to them. Hey, listen, I totally understand. I totally understand. But let me share something with you. This is your turn on Earth. Do you know that? This is your one and only time on Earth. Okay, one and only time. How you use it is totally up to you. And if you misuse it because of someone else, that's your fault. If somebody loves you and they're hurting you, you first listen. First, you tell them. I don't care if it's your mama or your daddy. You tell them because you need to know if they know. I know it seems like it's obvious. Hey, you're hurting me. Obviously, you must know. No. Listen, this is how you got to look at it because the world is simple. If they're doing it, there's only two ways that they either don't know or they don't care. You need to find out. So you tell them, hey, mom, dad, when you do, when you say that, this hurts me badly. And then you give it to them, see what they're going to do with it. Are they not going to care? Are they going to say, oh my God, I didn't know, honey, son, I didn't know I was doing that? Or are they going to say, I don't care. I'm going to continue to do it. Now you have a decision to make if they say that. If they say, hey, I've been doing it for years, I'm going to continue to do it. You're going to say, no, you're not. They're going to say, what do you mean? I'm going to stop it. How you gonna do that? You're not gonna see me no more. If I'm not in front of you, you can't do it. Narcissists have to know that. You have to show narcissists they do not believe your words. You have to show them. What she did is funny to me now because that's not me, and that will never happen again for the rest of my life ever because I can see them. They're stuck in their perspective of the world where they think everybody cheats and lies and financially irresponsible and just debt and problems, and they think that's normal. Arguing and screaming every night and hitting and physical. That's not, listen, ladies, listen. That does not exist in my world. Do you hear me? The only woman that's ever going to come close to me in my life, she's got to already have found soul. She has to have found it. I'm gonna ask her, "Have you found soul?" She says, "What's that?" Never mind. I'm gonna say, "Never mind." I'm 54 now. I can't wait. I can't. I mean, I can't teach, but that's me. That's where I'm at. It doesn't matter if a woman believes it or not. Who cares? It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. All I know is my purpose right now is to help people get away from narcissists. Get out of it. Look at it as a lesson. Once you realize that it was a lesson, it transforms it. It transmutes it from a mistake into a lesson. Once you learn from it, you have to learn from it first. If you don't learn from it, it'll be a mistake for the rest of your life. You'll be blaming the person. That's like me. Oh my God, I can't move ahead because she did me so bad and she was cheating on me and she didn't know. She catapulted me. Do you know how many people I'm going to help around the world with this information? I'm going to help millions of people around the world. It doesn't matter where you live, it doesn't matter what language you speak. Narcissists are everywhere, everywhere. And the more people I can help to identify narcissists from and prevent them from listen, from ever getting into a relationship with a narcissist, I will, hey, listen, I will be, if I could just one person told me, emailed me and said, LJ, I would just started dating this person and I came across your channel and you told me the red flags to look for. You saved my life. You saved my life. I was listening to your videos and I said, I hope to God that never happens to me. And this guy or girl was saying and doing the things that you told me, and I just ended it. I don't wish a narcissistic relationship on my worst enemy. And the people that been in it, got out of it, they know exactly what I mean. Exactly. When you're in it, you can't tell nobody. You're too embarrassed to tell anybody, your friends, your family. She was hitting me, slapping me, ripping my clothes, damaging my property. I mean, throwing my laptops on the floor, my Mac. Listen, my Mac on the floor, my microphone. She would always go after the stuff that I cared about the most. Grab my car keys, grab my wallet, take it, take out stuff. Oh my God, it was just so horrible. It was horrible. Oh my God. Every time she got mad, listen, I would automatically hide my wallet and my keys every every time she got fucking mad. You hear me? Mm. I cursed because I felt like I was there because I wouldn't tolerate that. Oh my goodness. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm 50 some years old. What am I doing hiding my keys in my wallet? What the? Mm, mm. Would you say, QJ, here's another one when it's time to go to bed or sleep, the phone is right by them. Sure. Hey, listen, QJC, check this out. Oh my God, it's so obvious today. Every time we went to bed, guess what she had under the covers with her back turned towards me and the phone toward to the other way. Every listen, people, every single night. And towards the end of that relationship, you guys, we didn't even sleep together. I slept down on the couch the most of the time. Most of the time, and I used to say to her, I said, "Hey, do you notice that I'm sleeping more nights down on the couch than upstairs? Are you looking? Do you see what's happening here?" This is what I used to say to her. She used to go, "Oh yeah," act like it wasn't a big deal. She sure did. I used to say to myself, "Wow, she really believes it's going to just stay like this." Yes, people, these narcissists really believe it's going to stay like that. Hold on, I got to get my power cord. Why do they believe that? Because you let them believe it by staying. It's your fault. It was my fault. By staying and accepting all of that abusive behavior, you're saying, hey, that's okay. Oh, yeah, yeah, you can keep doing that. Sure can. You can keep messing around on me. You can keep having affairs on me. You can keep putting my life at risk. That's fine. Because every time, listen, if you're one of those people that have accepted infidelity like I did, I sure did. I accepted it. Don't be embarrassed by it, okay? Just recognize what you're doing. You're accepting of somebody putting your life at risk and you don't know when. They could be doing it at lunch. People have sex in cars all the time, at work, anytime. They're adults. That happens all the time. My ex did that all the time. Hey, I got to run to the store. I forgot to pick up something. And she would go to the store. I'd be like, it's dark outside. You going to the Walmart right now? Oh, yeah, I got to go grab this. And she would be gone for like an hour or two to go to Walmart. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, she really believes it's going to stay like this. She really does, because they get worse, people. They don't get better, they get worse. That's their perspective of the world. See, look, the guys that she was messing with, they knew she had a man. So the guys, they are attracted to women that mess around on their men. That's why they're attracted. And she's attracted to guys that are attracted to women that mess around on their men. That's why they're attracted to each other. Because with me, if I'm out and about and I see a woman and she's like, "Hey, you're cute," and this and that, and I'm saying, "Are you in a relationship?" And she says, "Well, yes," that's where it ends. I'm not talking to her anymore. It stops right there. I know most guys that might come across this channel and think, "Oh man, you ain't gonna pass up that good stuff." Yes, I will. Yes, I will, because that good stuff will get you killed. Sure will. You don't know. You're believing whatever she's telling you, whatever story she's telling you. That's what you're believing, but you don't know what it is. You could be at the park with her one day, and you could be the guy that the ex believes that you've been messing around with her for the last 5 years, and you just happen to be one of the new guys, and but you don't know. You think the guy that's enraged that his woman's messing around on him, that he's going to say, "Oh, you're not the main guy. Oh, you're not the guy that I've been looking." No, that's not going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen, because the person, if somebody's coming after you like that in public, very mad, that they obviously don't care what's going to happen, because they're there. The fact that a person is there doing that, that means they don't care. LJ, did you feel that you every time you came across one of the guys she was cheating on? You know what? I did. I knew the energy that I got from her baby daddies. I knew I could clearly see now. I mean, after the fact, they were still messing around, and there were a couple guys on her Facebook. I know the so-called guy that she was disgusted with. I never knew who he was or what picture. Never saw a picture of him or anything. I'm sure they met up every now and then. He probably came into town every now and then, and because she used to like to get in fights with me on like on the weekends. She used to do that a lot. Every time I used to always wonder why. Hey, I used to say this to her: you're gonna let this whole weekend be ruined for this little thing you're tripping over. I didn't know why she made a little thing bigger than it was, but now that I know, she wanted to be free for the weekend, right? And I'm sure he came into town every now and then. They met up for the weekend, and that was that. And so, but they like again, they lie so much, you just don't know. I don't know, and I thank God that I will never know. I really am happy that I will never know. I'm glad I know what I know today, but I'm glad I don't know everything. Thank God. So I just take what I learned. Um, Let me put this out there just in case you guys have any questions. How do I do this? 1 second here. Post comment. Uh, huh, okay, because I can't do that. I'm trying to post something, but it's not pasting. Okay, never mind. All right, never mind. One more time. You guys, I was messing around with the settings and actually kicked myself out of the session. But anyway, we'll get back to it later. If you guys got any comments, just post here and I'll just say it, if you guys have any questions. But I can clearly see as I talk about this channel more, as I talk more and more inside this channel, I really see how my experience is because I have many of them because she did a lot of, I remember, let me tell you guys about this one. Okay, this one. And this is early signs too. This is before I even moved to live with her. Okay. When I think about it, I had signs to stop seeing her, of course, after the fact. But I remember one time we were upstairs arguing again, and hmm, I think about it. I think about it as I'm telling this story. That is a good question. Okay, I just came in from town because I used to before she lived across the United States from me, so I would come into town, stay with her a couple weeks, and then fly back, and then eventually I moved down. But this is one time I came down, so I had my suitcase on the bed. So the suitcase was on the bed, and the bed was between us both. She was on one side of the bed, and I was on the other side of the bed. Okay, and we started arguing, and then next thing you know, she had a knife in her hand. Okay, and I'm saying next thing you know because I'm thinking about, I'm like, where in the hell did that knife come from? Hmm, was it already upstairs? I'm not sure, but and then next thing you know, she was stabbing the suitcase with my clothes in it. She was stabbing it. And I saw this look in her eye. Now, and people that been in narcissistic relationship, they know, and narcissists always say it themselves. They call it a blackout. The narcissists have a name for it. I'm a blackout, like, and then they start using it as an excuse. Like, what happens when you make me mad? I'm a blackout. And then when they black out, whatever they do is no consequences because they're blacked out. That's what they think in their brains. That's why you can't be with one of them crazy ass motherfuckers. But she would, anyway, I saw this look in her eye. And I thought to myself, you know what? I have to. What this is what I did, so you guys can understand because I had never experienced this before. When she was arguing, she came up. She had this knife in her hand. I was like, now she wasn't. She wasn't aiming it at me as like she was gonna stab me with it. Let me make sure that's clear. She wasn't doing that. But the fact is, to me, the fact that she had it in her hand at all, I'm thinking to myself, okay, okay, I got to stop arguing about whatever she's arguing with me about. And I'm saying this in my mind. Why is that knife in this conversation? Why do you have that knife in your hand? Because there's absolutely no excuse for that knife in your hand, right? There's no excuse for what? There's no threats and there's nothing happening, right? Which is arguing. So I started letting her yip yap, talk about it. I'm trying to calm the situation down. And then I got close enough to her to grab her wrist and grab the knife out of her hand. Do you know I had to wrestle that shit out of her hand? You know that? I had to wrestle it out of her hand. Guess what I did after that? I stayed with her. Even after seeing that, that's how I was in a narcissistic fog. I want you guys that are experiencing these embarrassing moments, I want you to say them out loud to yourself in the mirror. You got to, hey, I stayed with this woman, even though I caught her in the bed with two guys. I stayed with her. You got to say that in the mirror so you can say it to yourself. Hey, I stayed with this guy, even though he's still messing with his baby mamas and this and that. I still stayed with him, and he gave me a disease and this and that. I stayed with him. He put my life. You say that to yourself in the mirror and keep saying it until you're like, wait a minute, what am I doing? Exactly. I'm actually here to help you save your life because narcissists don't care about their own. If they're out there sleeping with everybody unprotected, listen closely. All you got to do is just pay attention to what you're not looking at. If they're out there having unprotected sex with many different people, that means they don't care about their own life. And if they don't care about their life, guess what? They don't care about yours. They don't care about their children's. They don't care about nobody's. Obvious. Isn't that obvious? That's how you got to look at it because that's what it is. Listen, I don't play any of that. Whenever I identify a narcissist, if I'm in the situation, of course, if I'm in the immediate situation of a narcissist, that narcissist is going to know that I know they are a narcissist. Do you understand? They're going to know it because you have to look at a narcissist a certain way. You have to look at them, stare at them, not listen, not like you're gonna kick their ass or something. No, nothing like that. Nothing like that. Just look at them. When they're trying to show you the shiny thing or they're trying to lie about something that they used to do and how important they were at some business or a manager. The ex narcissist that I used to be with, she used to always just keep reiterating, "Oh, I was a manager at a clothing store. I ran two manage." No, you were just a manager, okay? You didn't run anything. You were just hired to manage a store. Period. Oh, I know how to run a business. No, you don't. You were hired to be a manager of a business. You are part of the business. You're not running the business. Narcissists always try to make themselves bigger than what they were. Uh, was this every weekend thing that she did? No, not every weekend. No, not every. She did some pretty harsh things. She did a lot of weekends. Don't get me wrong. She didn't do it too much because I probably would have really caught on then if it was every single weekend, right? But she would just start a fight on the weekend and just vanish. But I didn't care. I was glad to have peace because once she left, all the negative energy left with her. So I was just lovely. I'm sure I made her liaisons with her guy friends a pleasant one because I didn't call her phone. I didn't, hey, where you at? When you coming home? I'm just like, I hope you're enjoying yourself because it's gonna be short lived. I'm out of here. What's up, Layman? What's going on, sir? And when I left, guess what? Crying. Oh man, just crying and begging. crying and begging, begging and crying. Can't breathe. I mean, she left me voicemails, like, you know, those voicemails that you can't hardly be all that kind of stuff. So dumb. Like she like she didn't know why I was leaving. It's so stupid. It is so stupid. Anyway, I hope that these videos are these are forever. If you're new to the channel, I want you guys to really understand something, okay? The videos I make are forever. Why? Because narcissists are here forever. They're here forever. We just didn't see them. They're not when you're in it, like when you're involved with the narcissist, you almost think the majority of the world is like that. Hey, everybody cheats and lies and no, you can't trust nobody and this and that. That is not true, people. That's only in their perspective of the world, okay? Only theirs. Now, if you get sucked into their perspective of the world and you decide you're going to believe their perspective of it's like that because they're doing it and they're doing it to each other, they are, listen, just like I said, they're only doing it to each other, you guys. They're only lying, cheating, financially irresponsible. They're only doing it to each other. And to those of us that don't, and to those of us that do not know that they exist, that's it. That will never happen to me again, ever. When I look at pictures of her and I'm not even attracted to her. And I know it's because I know how she is in real life. I know she's ugly inside. So the outside doesn't even matter what she looks like. I don't even look at her like that. I'm just happy she's not with me. And I feel sorry for whoever she's with because 9 times out of 10, that person doesn't know or he's her match and they're perfect together. I'm assuming, I'm assuming when two narcissists are together, I'm assuming they feel right at home with each other. All the arguing and fighting and the just conniving behind each other's back and talking to your friends. Oh, it's just horrible. Do I plan on going to a therapist? No, no. Um, I might, I plan on going to a psychologist for sure and a therapist. I think I am. No, I think I am. I'm gonna take that back. I think I am. Because the reason why I want to go to a psychologist first, I want to talk to them about the capitalism being psychological, which is a mathematical fact. I just want to hear a professional psychologist. I want to hear their thoughts on that. I'm just curious to see what they think. Now, therapist, I guess I would love to see a therapist that specializes in narcissistic people. That would be very beneficial, very beneficial. So yes, I take that back. I would see somebody. I would. Any questions before I leave? Because I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Any questions? I like it. I'm liking where this is going, man. I really am. I'm feeling great. I can already tell how many people I'm gonna help. I can tell how many people I'm already helping. Oh, excuse me. I can already tell. It's gonna be like SMD. I'm helping more people in the background, but this is more core. This is more personal. This is more, even though SMD is life changing, this is an additional piece to oh, I don't really know how to describe this place where I'm at to describe to you guys, okay? And this is for those of you that are new to the channel, I have another channel called Savings Minus Debt. Savings plural minus debt. Look it up on YouTube. So let me tell you where I am at today, okay? So you guys can understand the type of peace that I am. And I thank God because I totally when I was in the hustle and bustle, and I'm gonna leave you guys with this. When I was in the hustle and bustle, like most of you guys, I totally forgot about the thing in my skull called the brain. Totally forgot about that. And I realized that the only way for my brain to repair itself, I must be asleep. Okay. Not only must I be asleep, I must have a good amount of hours of sleep. And plus, on top of that, it must be good sleep, no stress and no problem. So today, I have no debt, no problems, broke the 40-hour work week program because when you guys are in it, you don't really know that's a program. Saturday and Sunday are special, Monday through Friday are work days, but when you break it, you realize I realize all the days are the same. Holidays and weekends are not special. I just thought they were because I was away from work. That's why I thought Saturday and Sundays were special. I broke that. Uh, I have no nothing. So now when I sleep, and I realize this, okay, I went decades of hours of work, overtime, stressful relationships, bad eating, uh, never hardly taking vacation, and my brain still functioned because I'm here talking to you. Through all that stress and problems, and on little sleep and bad food, my brain still functioned enough for me to have a job and work and keep going. Right now, I have none of that. I want you guys to listen closely to what I'm saying. I don't have any of that. And my brain gets plenty of sleep with no problems. Now, what do you think it's going to do? Exactly. Exactly. I'm at a place very few people don't even know exists because they don't believe it exists. I'm here. And that's what this channel is for. If you want to be here, you want to know there are no limits for real. Everything is really unlimited. There are no limits. The only limit you put on your, the only limit you have, you put on yourself. You put on yourself. I am free. You hear me? Free. I'm 54. If you are my age and you haven't woken up by now, you're in some trouble. I promise you that. You're in some trouble. You have a chance. You still have a chance, but this is red line. If you ever want to experience this type of freedom, you're at red line right now. If you're 50, 45, 50, and you've never heard of what I'm talking about, and you don't know how much debt you're in, if somebody asked you and said, "Hey, do you know how much debt you're in?" You said, "Nope," and you don't even care, you're at red line. Because they're going to be at some point where you're not going to be able to do anything about it because you're not going to be bringing in enough income to do anything about it. You don't want to be that person. You do not want to be that person. You don't. All right. Well, you guys take it easy. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Like I said, I'll be doing these live randomly, so there's no specific time. It just happens. Okay. All right. Until next time. Later.